Hi everyone, it's me, David, with High Performance Stoicism. Today I'm talking about what it is to be a high performance person. You hear this term a lot, and it's a good term because when we talk about improving your performance, when we talk about performing at a high level, it's good to think of the kind of person who does that. Because in life, to get really good at living, you have to think about being an excellent person. The term high performance person is used differently by different people. So Dan Pena uses it a lot. Brendan Burchard uses it a lot in his book, The High Performance Habits. And many people say David Goggins is a high performance person. My definition of a high performance person is informed by the Stoics, who say the wise man does everything well. Let me repeat that. The wise man does everything well. And if you think about what that really would mean, that is certainly a great accomplishment which few people have ever achieved. And here's my definition. A high-performance person is someone who is a master of his craft and is a master of life in such a way that he can use and optimize his craft indefinitely. So let's take this apart so you understand the whole idea. In high-performance stoicism, we're going for mastery. What is your craft? What do you want to excel in? Whatever view you have of what you're doing in life, you're building a company, you're running a company, you're starting a foundation, I want you to think about what the fundamental craft that you are going to be engaged in or are engaged in now is. And when you find out what that is, what kind of craft you think you should be working on, I want you to think about becoming a master at it. Because mastery is the only way to be great. Now, let's talk about the second part of the definition, that a high-performance person is a master at living in such a way so he can optimize the use of his craft, the craft we just talked about, indefinitely. In other words, you can use your craft to your advantage for the rest of your life and optimize that use. This second part is really important because we can all think of people who have mastered their craft, but they have not mastered living in such a way that they can use that craft for their benefit indefinitely. So think about great artists. Think about, say, Jimi Hendrix. He obviously did not master living in such a way that he could play music for the whole of his natural life. Many people become masters at something, but they don't understand certain fundamentals of living that can help them to do well and one of the key things is how to get along well with other people. And I would say that in terms of me, I'm developing my craft of philosophy. I don't believe I'm a master at it. But in terms of interacting with other people, I would say that among the whole population that I have been in the past, say a B-. In other words, I didn't respect the laws of human nature, and I did not understand and utilize them to get along with people well, to build really good relationships, even if it's just with someone at work. And okay, maybe I'm being a little tough on myself. Maybe I have been, I believe I have been a B at some points and sometimes a B plus, but I would say in the past I have been a B minus, because what am I doing? I'm looking to develop this craft of living and living well so that I can optimize the use of my philosophy to benefit myself indefinitely. And of course, one of my aims is to benefit a lot of people with it. Now, you might ask, well, why do you want to make a definition for high performance person that is beyond what most people are capable of? Or you might think, or most people have done. That's the better way of putting it, because I think everyone is capable of mastering some craft in life. Everyone is capable of mastering the craft of living. And for the Stoics, incidentally, what is mastering the craft of living? That's called virtue. So if you're already interested in Stoicism or you're following it, you already, without putting it this way, have been trying to master the craft of living. Let me answer my question. Because when we see somebody who does great things, and yet they still have certain flaws that get in their way, what do you think they should do about those flaws? They should correct them. So we can think of great politicians. We could think of even heroes of civilization like Winston Churchill. And if you read a biography of his, you'll find out he was pretty rough on the people who took notes for him at night, as he all of his books he dictated, and the secretaries who took notes from these dictations, he could be pretty rough on them, and I would guess he was probably rough on other subordinates, and I mean unnecessarily so. So the idea here is, why should we set a goal that is less than what we really want, to do something great? And why should we set a goal for living on earth and interacting with people, taking care of our health, taking care of what we eat and everything else, taking care of our sleep? Why should we set a goal less than we're capable of, which is being excellent at everything? And guess what? You will never run out of things to do, run out of things to work on. And I think you could see that's an obvious benefit of this definition. But before we end, we should note, by this definition, no one who has lived in our lifetime or recently in history meets the definition, but I want to see humanity advance. I want to see individuals who really want to be excellent in all things, and taking us back to our foundational school of philosophy, the wise man does everything well. And I love that idea. I hope you do too. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, check out what I do below, and I'll be back to you soon with some more high performance Stoicism.